Well, it wasn't to be. A draw in the end, salvaged by a penalty. Bruno Fernandes getting on the score sheet again. The draw 1-1 at White Hart Lane in front of an empty stadium. It's a frustrating result, really. I'm not going to have a massive rant because I think we didn't play the worst football I've ever seen. We were sloppy. We were definitely sloppy, and there was clear rust there, clear. And we could have won that game if we took our chances. But by that, thought ultimately the draw was probably the fair result. I think, we kind of got a lucky escape in a way. David De Gea again, poor in goal really, making that mistake. I don't know what he was trying to do. It's so unorthodox from David De Gea, and it's frustrating when you go in at half-time 1-0 down through a goalkeeping error. But it wasn't just De Gea, Maguire as well, and Lindelof at the back really couldn't sort themselves out. And that's why I said in the my preview, I said I wanted Bailly and Lindelof to play together because I felt that they are our best centre-back partnership. Maguire and Bailly, sorry, not Bailly and Lindelof. Maguire and Bailly, because they're our best centre-back partnership. And it's proven that. In our last 11 games, we haven't lost a game. We still haven't. In our last 12, we've only conceded a few goals, and that's because Eric Dier's come back in the side. And I don't understand why Lindelof was playing today. I don't think he was fully at fault, and I didn't think he had too bad of a game, but I think Bailly needs to be in there. I'm sorry, he has to be. Just more mobile and better in the air for me. But obviously Spurs got the goal, and it was just one of those goals where what can you do about it if you're Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? You're watching that, and one of your best players on paper makes a mistake. It's hard for you to cope. And we were lucky to go in 1-0 at half time, really. Son's header saved by De Gea kind of made up for it a little bit there. But we came in at half time. We came out in the second half actually decent for the first 5 minutes. We were really putting it to Spurs, had a few decent strikes. Lloris makes a blinder of a save from Martial's shot. So again, these are a few of the chances in the game where we could have won this game. We could have won it. We could have nicked it. And it would have been so sweet to nick it off a Mourinho masterclass. I thought we had a penalty in there. I was absolutely gassed. I thought, but obviously Bruno Fernandes, he dived really. He kind of saw the contact coming and fell over. It was a dive. So, yeah, it's frustrating really to get a point. Obviously, it's better than nothing. And for the moment, we close the gap on Chelsea to 2 points. But there's a big opportunity to close the gap on Chelsea and go into fourth place. We have to hope Aston Villa do the business on Sunday. Looking at their performance against Sheffield, I don't think that's going to happen somehow. But if we're going to do a quick player rating, so I remember I was asked by Lil Shrekker in my preview to do player ratings, so I'm going to go through the player ratings now. In goal, David De Gea, I have to give him a 3, unfortunately. When you make a mistake as big as that, which only has cost us 3 points today, it's not great. And I think Dean Henderson will be sitting at home, very comfortable indeed, knowing that he could get the call. I think Luke Shaw defensively was all over the place for that goal as well, I have to say. So he's getting a 4. Maguire as well, I think he gets a 5. I think apart from that mistake, he was actually pretty good at dealing with the threat of Harry Kane. Completely nullified him. So he has to get a 5 for that. Lindelof gets a 5 as well. Again, apart from that defending mistake, he wasn't the worst defender on the pitch. Wan-Bissaka, I think defensively he was decent, but going forward, again, he was just too slow on the ball. He didn't make decisions quick enough. And that is, we've said this all season, it's a part of his game that he needs to sharpen up on a little bit. And then midfield, obviously Bruno Fernandes. He tried a lot of things, and obviously he scored the penalty. But there's a few times where he made the wrong decision. And I don't mind people trying things, but I think sometimes the decision-making was a bit off today. So I'm going to give him a 6. I think Matt McTominay actually, in the first half, was probably one of our best players. He broke up the play really well. Going forward, he's not the best, but we know that. He's not a player that's going to be scoring and assisting goals for us. He's just the guy that's going to be breaking up the play. So for me, he gets a 6. Fred, I didn't think he had a great game at all. I think it was a right decision from Solskjaer to take Fred off when he did and bring on Pogba. So I think Fred gets a 5 from me. Pogba came on, I thought he was very, very good, I have to say. He nearly played a killer pass to Marcus Rashford. And if Rashford could have taken that down and scored, wow, what a goal that would have been. So for me, Pogba gets a 6 as well. And then Matic came on. Matic didn't do too much wrong. He didn't have too much time to do anything wrong, to be fair. But ultimately, I think Matic, for me, gets a 6 as well. Inoffensive, really. The three up front, Daniel James, I didn't think he had a great game. He's kind of isolated. I think I'll give him a 5. Martial up front, I didn't see Martial for most of that first half, and he had that massive chance. It was a good tackle from Dier, but he had a massive chance there to put us in 1-1. But overall, I didn't think Martial had the best of games, so I'll give him a 5. He wasn't the worst, but wasn't the best. Rashford as well, I didn't think he had the best of games. He looked very lively. He looked like he was creating a few chances. And if his finishing was a little bit better and his decision making was a little bit better today, he would have been on the score sheet. But unfortunately, it wasn't. So again, he gets a 5. Greenwood, when he came on, I thought looked lively and nearly buried it in the 95th minute there at the end. I thought he did it, but just past the post. So yeah, Greenwood gets a 6 from me. But yeah, I think that's the whole team. So let me know what you guys thought of the team's performance today. Let me know your thoughts on the player ratings. Our next game, of course, is against Sheffield United, and that is going to be difficult. But if we play the way we did towards the end of that game, and we create the amount of chance we did, I think we'll beat them. I think we should beat them comfortably. But obviously, that's not how it works. But I think this is a lesson, really. And on my parting thought is, pride always becomes before a fall. And whilst we didn't lose, a lot of people were very confident going into this game. But it's a bit of a humbling for us. And I think today showed a few of our insecurities. And maybe it's a bit rust. Maybe it was just rust. But there's still improvements that need to be made. But we're still in the hunt for that top 4, of course. If we lost, it would have been very damaging. We just have to hope Villa do the business and at least get something off Chelsea. But we'll see if that happens. I'm not sure. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I'll see you guys in the next one.